Hello everyone and welcome to a book talk for Gallows Hill by Darcy Coates. Yes, I realize that is 2 book reviews in a row, but this was the last one in the notebook that I had, so I thought let's just go ahead and do this one. So we're doing this one. So Gallows Hill by Darcy Coates. This was published in 2022. This edition is 377 pages. This is an adult horror gothic paranormal. It is told in 3rd person. We are following Margot. Her parents have died. She goes back to this hometown and she gets pulled to this house that they lived in. Turns out this house is, you wonder if it's alive, definitely haunted. Spooky things start to happen pretty much right away. Like there's this bell that rings and you don't know why it is. She figures out it's supposed to signal an intruder. And she is trying to figure out what's going on. When she goes to town to try and ask people, people are a little standoffish. She starts to get a migraine and it gets worse. She goes back to this house, takes some medication, tries to go to sleep, and then the migraine gets better. There is a reason, okay? There is more of a reason into that and you'll figure it out. There are some employees who can go to town and other employees who actually have to live on the property of this house. And things do come alive. You see stuff happening. There's one time that she sees bodies hanging, like it is a Gallows Hill type situation. Her life is on the line. Her family has owned this winery for generations upon generations. And you learn more of the backstory with that, and that can lead to some spoilers, so I'm not going to say anything else about that. But she now owns this winery, and she's trying to figure out what she wants to do. Does she want to sell it? Does she want to keep it? Does she want to live here, or does she want to just let the business own the house and she go live somewhere else? She's trying to figure out what to do. And that is the book. It's a lot of puzzle figuring out, trying to figure out exactly if the house is alive, if it's haunted, if these beings that are coming are malicious and intent on harming her to the point of killing her, or just want to have pranks and have some fun, or are there some that are good and some that are not good? So you do figure out as the story goes on. It does get creepy, and I loved it. So that's the book, and that is literally all I can say without starting to enter into spoiler territory. So I am going to leave it at that. Unfortunately, I do wish I could say more, but with horror, you don't want to say a lot because a lot of the stuff you find out are little clues to bigger reveals. So hence why I don't want to say anything. Okay, so your content and your trigger warnings, you have death of parents. It is mentioned in the synopsis and within the first chapter and 2. You have gore and blood. So it does get a little gory. Not too bad, but like if it was a movie, it'd be PG-13 because of the gore and the blood. There was an ebook, or not an ebook, there was an audiobook when I read this. I listened to this via Everand. It was narrated by Lauren Izzo, and it was 13 hours and 26 minutes on standard 1x speed. There is nothing sexually explicit in this book, so you do not need to worry about any sexual language or content, okay? So if you like horror, just not if it has anything sexual in it, then you're okay because there's nothing sexual in this. We have the following language. We have the word Lord 1 time used in religious context. Damn it once, hell 4, damn 3. The word God 3 times used in religious context. This is not a religious novel by any means, okay? And then we have the word damned twice. I did separate it from damn it, or from damn, because it is used in a certain way. And then the word breast twice, but that's more like holding a child to my chest or to my breast and things like that. So it's not used in a sexual way. It is, but just wanted to let you know that is in there because no matter how it is used, some people don't like it. So anyway, that's all I can say. If you like paranormal stuff, I would highly recommend this one. So, and I realized in the last one I did not do an about the author, so let's go ahead and do that for this one. About the author. Darcy Coates is a USA Today best-selling author of Hunted, The Haunting of Ashburn House. Craven Manor, and more than a dozen other horror and suspense titles. She lives in the central coast of Australia with her family, cats, and a garden full of herbs and vegetables. Darcy loves forests, especially old growth forests, where the trees dwarf anyone who steps between them. Wherever she lives, she tries to have a mountain range close by. There are 3 things that I did highlight. Death can put anything into perspective. Yep, because it definitely makes you think about things. Some people believe you can't escape what's in your blood. So, for example, this is in reference to something along the lines of if you have someone in your family history that was, like, let's use modern times, someone who finds out that their father was a rapist, then they think it's in their blood, or that their father was a serial killer, again, they think it's in their blood, when really it's like you don't have to be what your parent was, or your grandfather, or whoever it was. So continuing on, it says, that evil lives on in our genes, or something of the sort. So still people think and they believe that. But I don't think we're shackled like that. We can change our legacy when we put good into the world to replace the bad. Sometimes it takes a lot of work. Okay? All right. And then the last thing that I underlined is death made it equal out of everyone. Everyone dies. That's it. That's life. So that is Gallows Hill by Darcy Coates. Let me know if you have read this. Sorry, I can't say more. I just really don't want to spoil anything, and I really want you to find these little nuggets that help reveal certain truths or hint at certain things, twists, to see if you can figure out the twists before they happen. So, yeah. Let me know if you've read this, or knowing what is contained as far as the word usage and the content warnings and things like that. Is this one a pass for you? Definitely let me know. Talk to me in the comment section below. And until next time, stay true to yourself and enjoy a good book, and I will talk to you later.